Hey playa, have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror and wondered if you liked the person that you were seeing, if you felt like that person staring back at you was someone worth caring about? Sometimes we get that feeling, you know which one I'm talking about, that one where we question whether or not we're bringing enough to the table, or if the people around us are just simply tolerating us and don't actually like us. Figuring out if you're a worthwhile person who's deserving of love, care, and affection is going to come down to these 4 areas of your life. So let's walk through what they are and see which ones you may need some help with. Son, it's time for us to sit down and have that conversation about the B's and the B's. The 4 B's to be exact, as described by author of Our Emotional Footprint, Saul Levine. The first B he mentions is having a sense of being. This comes down to accepting yourself for who you are, the good with the bad, the ugly along with the beautiful. And it may be easy to accept parts of yourself, maybe the parts you consider above average, or things you look at and say, well yeah, I'm tall enough, or I'm smart enough, or I'm good looking enough for people to like me. But accepting yourself is about way more than just cherry picking the highlights of your life that you want to bring forward. It's knowing where you have limitations and struggles and faults and seeing that as part of your story too. Maybe you're an incredibly hilarious person, but you're a bit insecure about your height. Or maybe you're super extroverted, life of the party all the time, but you're really prone to jealousy of others. These qualities make up the sum of who you are. Doesn't mean you have to kind of praise them all, but accepting that there are struggles and limitations you have is accepting yourself. Knowing that you're not perfect and that you don't have to try to be perfect is going to allow you to really develop that deeper sense of inner peace. The second B is belonging. This means being a part of a group or community that accepts you for who you are. They're open to hearing your ideas, sharing their feelings, and listening to yours as well. Throughout your life, you've probably been a member of tons of different groups. Your family, your religious community, your friends at school, your graduating class, the people you hang out with on Discord. All of these different groups help shape your identity because they're different people with different perspectives that you can learn from. As you get older though, you might start to notice those groups start to fall apart. Maybe you start to lose connection with a lot of those different people and you don't really have a close core group of friends or people in your life that are there for you to share with. And that's where things can get kind of tough. We all have a deep desire to be seen and heard for who we are. So when you don't have anyone to share that with, you might feel like you're alone in this process, like you're navigating through life with no one by your side. Lacking even just one person that you can open up to and talk to is going to affect your physical well-being, it's going to affect your social skills, it's going to affect your ability to really relate to others and really empathize with what other people are going through. And I just want to say, if you do feel alone, we have a Josh Speaks community that is the perfect place for you. I'll link it up over here, but it's a great place to make friends, to share your thoughts and your feelings, and to help others as well. The third B is believing. This means having a sense of ethical or moral framework to how you guide yourself through life and make tough decisions. Some people may turn to religions to help create a moral structure for them to follow, while others, like myself, really just base it on a sense of humanism and caring about other people and wanting to reduce your harm. Either way, having some type of ethical grounding to the decisions that you make is going to make you feel a lot more certain about what you choose to do and what you choose to not do. When we can stretch ourselves way beyond all the materialism and shallowness of this world, when we stop living our lives chasing money and status and fame and power, we start to realize that there's a deeper philosophy to how we operate. And that philosophy revolves around ourselves and those that we care about. And this can help you start to see the interconnectedness of it all, that each of us is just trying our best with what we know and what we have to live a life in peace. And that leads into the fourth B, which is benevolence. This is our ability to offer kindness and empathy and compassion to others, to recognize that each of us are on our own journey, have our own experiences, and are figuring things out the best that we can. It is incredibly easy to just judge someone for a decision that they made that we don't agree with, to just call them a name and then push them out to the side, not even think twice about them. But if we're not willing to kind of hear and understand their perspective and where they're coming from, then how do we ever really expect to learn and grow if we're just going to kind of box in our own ideology for how we would do things and not really be open to hearing others? If you allow yourself to pause sometimes, instead of reacting to everything that you hear, you're going to start to notice feelings that you're feeling that you just overlooked before. And it's that actual process that you start to tell yourself, wow, why do I feel this way? Why do I think that thing? Why am I responding like that? And that's not to say that everyone is acting in good faith all the time and has the purest of intentions. What it's actually allowing us to do is to offer kindness first to ourselves, to not get so emotionally outraged about how we feel, to really process our feelings, think about them, and then extend that kindness outward and to see what is the best solution to create a deeper sense of peace. Being, belonging, believing, and benevolence. These are the 4 B's that are going to allow you to feel like you are a worthwhile person. Learning to love and accept yourself, finding a community that you can open up to and share with, guiding yourself with ethical principles and values that you can stand by, and offering that sense of compassion and kindness to others. That's the way to go. I'm curious though, what do you think? Are you proud of who you are? And if there is something you want to work on to improve your worthiness, what is it? Leave your comments down below and we'll talk about it. Now what I want you to do is check out the videos over there on the side, which I think are going to add to this conversation topic, and also check out the resources down below, which I think are going to be super helpful for you if you're on that journey of improving your own sense of worthiness. On that note, I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.